All right. This is my first YouTube stream, so we'll see how it goes. So I'm still working on getting morph targets or shape key animation support, and we left off this morning trying to just get a feel for the data structure, because there's not a lot of great documentation that I found, at least, for importing these things. I'm using ASIMP, but there is some, so I was able to just kind of creep around the data structure and kind of get a feel for it myself with the debugger. So that was seeming to work. And then I fixed a long-standing bug that was driving me crazy, where in our conversion tool that goes from any FBX or GLTF or whatever format into our NCA format, if the conversion fails, we were creating a file first thing. So if we detected that you had a file, even if it was a file of 0 kilobytes, we wouldn't run the conversion again on that same file. So I fixed that. That was actually really easy. So now what I'm working on is, can I get a nice data format out of ASIMP, out of my GLTF file, so that I can use that data format in the vertex shader to animate. So get morph meshes from scene. Did I stub you out yet? Oh, I did. Okay. Alright. This is just a straight copy paste. It is. So where was I keeping all of my comments? They're down here. Way down here. Okay. So blend shapes have two parts. I need to pick a term. Blend shape, morph target, shape key. I think I'm going to call them shape keys. But they have two major data structure vectors. So there's the array of actual shapes. So you can think of a shape key animation as just being a copy of the mesh moved. I'll show you. Oh, let's go to object mode here. So you can think of a shape key animation as being, instead of being a bone or skeletal animation, it's literally just a snapshot of the vertices positions over time. So in ASIMP, you have the animation, which tells you basically the time, and then for each shape key, so we have 25 of them here, for each shape key, what is the index? So 25, let's explain it this way. So there are 25 shape keys, which means there are 25 copies of the mesh. So at frame 0, we want the time is 41 milliseconds. So we want the first mesh copy 100% weighted. But at frame 1, or maybe tick 1 is a better way to say it, which is 83 milliseconds in, we want 0.9 of, oh, actually, we're about right here. 0.9 of the first copy of the mesh and 0.1 of the second copy of the mesh. So we're interpolating between meshes 1, mesh 2. So then that just goes all the way down. So that's in the animation clip, which is right here. So this in Blender, this animation clip just has the weights and values. So the shape key, which shape key are we referencing and what percentage of the weight does it impact, which finally makes sense to me now. So that's what the animation has, and then the actual mesh object itself in ASIMP is here, and it has 25 anim meshes inside of it, and the anim mesh has 1,000, well, it has vertices, one vertex for each of the vertices of the mesh, and those are represented as a vector 3. So I'm grabbing what I'm trying to do here, calling these morph meshes. Maybe I should call them anim meshes. Yeah, I'm going to. One thing I'm learning is, even though morph meshes makes more sense to me, calling them morph meshes rather than anim meshes makes more sense to me right now, it probably won't next year when I look at this code again. So it's better just to call it whatever you're grabbing it from calls it. You know, I probably should check that my stream is actually streaming. How does one check with YouTube? Oh, are you working? Okay, let me try signing in. Okay, we're going on a brief pause just so I can make sure I'm actually streaming here, because I'm not sure that I am. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to stream to Twitch